Good morning. Thank you so much for tuning in. It is wonderful that you have decided to do so on this Sunday morning. It is November the 3rd. It's November the 3rd already. Can you believe that? 2024. I really appreciate you tuning in. Thank you so much. What are we doing today? Well, we're going to do some Vietnam stuff. There is a new scenario that I'm going to be playtesting. But before that, just go over the most recent news. We were going to do some testing today on the Make Lua 2 script that Petri has been working on to help auto-generate some of the Lua files that have logic to them. And there is... I'm not going to do it today because it's not quite ready, so... Basically, what he's been doing on is trying to have it so that a Lua file will have some logic based on the missions that are going to be happening during the particular scenario that you're designing, which you can set in during the editor. In the scenario editor, you can set mission types for the various things. So we're scratching the surface here about what we can do, but so far he's worked on the artillery and added some logic for the artillery, so that's kind of exciting. I'm pretty stoked about that. Then we had a conversation a couple of days ago or yesterday about hey John, good to see you, I hope you're doing well today, about how to implement some infantry logic. So yeah, we'll be probably having some more discussions about how these things are supposed to work and what little things to think about at a general level when giving the AI, some logical things to do. For example, attacking and defending and when to do both and things like that. So it's pretty exciting. The other thing that I have been working on is so I've put aside the Order of Battles for now because I realized I needed Soviet graphics, and that's what I'm doing here. So you'll see an example here of basically a platoon that is armed with AK-47s, and this is in the Soviet colors. This one here, similar, although this has a sorry, it has a AK, RPG, and RPK. So there are subtle differences between the platoons based on the weapons types and where they're going to be included. And these ones here are Polish. The Poles didn't use the typical olive-colored uniforms that the Soviets did. They had a little bit blue-gray. So I'm kind of hoping that's going to work out there. And I've been working on these Poles here just to show you what they're like. I think the Czechs also use the same as the main Soviets. So let me know if that's the case. Based on the pictures that I found, it seems like they're mostly similar to this style. I have been so anyways, I have been updating all these graphics so that they are a lot more logical and the weapons make more sense. In some cases they are different, but anyways, yeah. I am making some really good progress on that. I am liking how these things are turning out. I will probably add a few more. For example, the 48 versions. Are the Soviet graphics from JTCS or are they copyright? No, I can totally use the Soviet graphics, but the graphics are kind of outdated. So I'm trying to update them a little bit. So what I'll do is I've changed these. I created these, and now I'm going to create 48 versions of this. For example, they'll have rifles instead of AK-47s. And then, yeah, so I am making progress. I am happy with how these things are going. I'll also change the RPG version as well, too. For example, RPG 18 doesn't quite look like that, so I'll make the minor modifications. Are you going to really notice it in the game? I hope you will, but it will be difficult to see on the map. But anyways, I am making a lot of progress on this, trying to keep things interesting and, show that we're doing stuff here in the background. Now, after I finish these graphics, then I can start doing the assignments for the weapon values as well as, well, I'll have the graphics, so that'll be important. And that'll be for everyone, basically. Hey, Warhorse, good to see you. I hope you're doing well today. Yeah, for sure. Getting there slowly but surely. Tweaking them because they're fun. Happy thoughts, right? Then I also have to, yeah, I'm doing great, Warhorse. Hope you're having a good November so far. Anyways, a lot of work, but we're getting there. I should have this done probably by the end of the week for all the nations. I also do have to add some new units for... Actually, there's quite a few temporary units that I'm going to need. I'm going to need some new trucks. I'm going to need some new APCs. I'm going to need some self-propelled guns, blah, blah, blah. So, my November will be pretty busy with all these stuff. But, as I mentioned before, some of the units... The Warsaw Pact units I'll leave as temporary for now, but the Iran, Iraq, and North Korea units I will definitely focus on to make sure that there is something for you guys to play with. Alright, that is the fun thing. Now, let's go into a new scenario. And this is going to be another Lam Som scenario. It is number 2. We are going to be testing that. Let's take a look. We have Operation Lam Som 719 was hampered on February the 9th as heavy rain made the road a quagmire, slowing engineering work and delaying air mobile operations. But on February the 10th, the 4th Battalion, 1st Infantry Regiment completed an assault into Landing Zone Delta at 16:30. The armored thrust resumed at a stronger pace. At 1700 hours, the 9th Airborne Battalion was inserted into Landing Zone A Louis. I'm not sure how you say that. Bandung. Enemy anti-aircraft fire was heavy, but air cavalry firepower suppressed it, and the landing finished at 1720. 2 hours later, the armored column linked up with the 9th Battalion at A Louis. I don't know how to say that, but I'm sure. Elsewhere, 3rd Airborne Battalion engaged the enemy east of Fire Support Base 31 at 12:30. And found a major supply cache to the north. Tragically, 2 of the VNAF helicopters were shot down near Ranger South at 1300 hours. Arvin 1st Corps G3 and G4 colonels were killed. The G3 carried an operational map of Lam Som 719, and the document lost to the enemy was unfortunate. Link up on Route 9 between the armored and airborne troops were an encouraging achievement. Alright, let's see what this is all about. You will notice that I do have to modify the graphics because these graphics here were done by Dave before we had by David before we had made the modifications to this whole new intro screen. So let's try this. Fingers crossed that it works. I will do side A. We're going to do all the options except for variable visibility. Hey, Stipe, good to see you. I hope you're doing well today. We have 24 airstrikes remaining, so we have 5 headquarters unable to provide supply. This is, again, as I mentioned, a brand new scenario that will eventually be included in Vietnam after we do some testing and scripting, and hopefully with the scripting that, or the make Lua file that is being created or developed by Petri, will make that sooner rather than later, at least as a temporary thing. What are we doing? What is our mission here? I don't even know. Ah, here's our mission. Is that our main points? Let's just do a double check. Gonna hang on to those for sure. Oh, and there's more points down here. Oh, we see a supply cache. Hey, Nakunway, thanks for tuning in. Hope you're doing well today. These are all fixed. do we have? Oh, we have a battery. Nice. Yeah, way to go, Natkinway. Let's see what kind of helicopters we got. We do have some Loaches. We have some Cobras. We have some more Cobras. So one other thing that's coming as well that Petri has implemented is that we can now, I don't know if we can yet in the latest update, I don't know. None of the scenarios utilize this yet, but there are potential for, you can call in a medevac helicopter to a crash site where a helicopter was to go and pick up a pilot or something like that. So that's something new. But I don't think I've implemented it in any of the scenarios yet. We have a whole bunch of goodies. So first things first, I think we should take our Loaches and go along the road. The roads are pretty terrible. It will be slow going. Oh, we have a bird dog. Oh, we have SA-7s. Sheesh. So we're flying high. Our likelihood of being shot down is not good. Plus it has a really high defensive 18, so... Let's zoom in. Okay, I'm going to drop down to low, and I'm going to do a recon. Oh, hello. There we go. Just like that, we see a whole bunch of bad guys. Let's fly back. Now, keep in mind, we only have one, so if we lose it, we lose it. Do we get reinforcements? Oh, holy crap, we get a whole bunch of them. Turn 5 and 7. Alright, so we know there's bad guys. Let's unload. Do we have any artillery? So the nice thing is that these APCs can cross rivers. The tanks, on the other hand, cannot. Let's fire the mortars. These roads are terrible. Let's move up all our stuff just to get a little bit closer. We have ARVs. That's handy for when we run into a whole bunch of wrecks. What's this? Oh, M106s plus mortars over here. What else do I have? Coreless rifles, flamethrower half-tracks. So one thing that you want to keep in mind with flamethrower half-tracks, or any kind of flamethrower vehicle, you're not going to, usually the range is so short for the flames, you're not going to be firing with them at a target, you're going to be assaulting. And that's why the assault value here is so high. That's how you're utilizing these flamethrower vehicles or whatever. You're not going to fire, you're going to assault with them. Now, that being said, very rarely do you ever want to assault with just a flamethrower vehicle. You always want to assault with infantry or tanks or both. You don't want to assault with just the flamethrower vehicle because it won't survive typically that assault. You'll either lose the vehicles or take some damage. So keep that in mind for flamethrower vehicles. You're not firing with them, you're going to be assaulting with them, but you don't want to assault alone. There's some more flamethrower vehicles. Oh, what the heck. I have engineers, but I don't know what I have engineers for. And why they're walking. Always got to bring some buddies to die next to you. That's right. I mean, if anything, the buddies are going to help you survive, right? And that's always a good thing. I'm going to bring all my engineers down to this landing zone. And we have helicopters, so why not use them? And these are bridge engineers. Do I even need bridge engineers? Do I need bridge engineers? I'm looking. There's crossings here, there's crossings there. There's crossings there. And there's fords. So I don't need the bridge engineers. That's always a good thing. What are we doing up here? It's going to go over here. Let's drop down to low to improve our odds of seeing something. So nothing there. Flamethrower vehicles combined with engineers and infantry are a great assault mix. Yes, I agree, John. They are. So there's no bad guys up here. What do we have? Oh, we have Chinooks. Let's bring these guys over here. Oh! Okay, now I'm going to drop them down to the low and do a recon to see what's here. Oh, there's a whole bunch of stuff here. Alright, decision time. Do we bring... We have 155s and 105s. Do we bring the... Where do we bring them? Do we bring the 105s here or the 105s here and the 150... Where do we put them? You have options of left and right, obviously, and you can decide where you're going to put the 155s or the 105s. Or we can put them in the same place. Up to you, totally. You guys decide. And gin and tonic with a slice of lime makes it very refreshing. Whistle wetter. Touche. Touche, sir. Waiting for you guys to decide where you want to put these batteries. You have a 155 and a 105. You can decide on either the right or the left or both or whatever. It's up to you. Your decision will impact. Oh, and there's another battery up here. Or another landing zone up there too. Oh, that's the G3. He's gonna have a bad day. Left. Both of them? Both the 155 and 105? Yes. Alright. John has spoken. So we're flying high, again. As long as we don't run into any 37mm guns, we should be okay to get there. Or missiles. Oh, that is one thing that I have changed in the over battles, is the effectiveness of the anti-aircraft missiles. Especially the later class, like the early 80s, mid 80s, the SA-14s, SA-16s, the even SA-18s, as well as the Stinger. I did give them a little more oomph. Alright, both of these are going to come in for a landing, but not this turn. So I'm just getting close enough down so I can drop them off. There are 4, so I'm going to have to do that one at a time because this is going to be overstacked. So we can drop them both off, and then we'll have our Chinooks for future reference. Now, that being said, we do see some bad guys there. Let's start hitting that. Can I hit... No, just out of range. Gosh darn it. Do I have any batteries back here? It's interesting that I have platoons protecting the road here. Let's go for a cruise. Let's drop down, do a scan. Now, odds are good I'm not going to see anything in here. Ooh, unless I get shot down. Oh. Okay, so we did find some anti-aircraft guns there. This is a good reason to go into the woods. And just like that, we've taken our first casualties. Occupy this village. We do have some mortars. Let's hit that. That's where the fire came from. Let's put these recoilless rifles in there. We do have some batteries somewhere. Here they are. We have 155s. Ah, nice. Let's just prepare our advance, right? Oh, and 8-inch guns. Even better. Just going to bombard there. I think we're going to move off the road or off the trail. We're going to try and get up on there. At least then we'll be able to see all around this area. Okay. We have to go down here. Let's do we have infantry or is it just all gunships? We have reconnaissance. All gunships. Let's go check case on. So we don't really have a lot. Oh, we have a gunship! Ooh. How many turns do we have? Oh, we have 15 turns, so we can leave this up in the air the whole entire time. Perfect. AC-130 in action. Since we have a whole bunch of helicopters coming, let's just bring all these helicopters over here. We'll get them into a position where we can start raking these units here with machine gun fire and rocket fire. We will bring a Loach over here. Maybe even some gunship support. English is hard. The reconnaissance. Do we have any landing zones elsewhere? Just out there, eh? I like these larger operations. They're kind of fun. On these big maps. We'll bring these guys over here. And we'll bring the recon team over here too. Alright, I'm going to drop down all my helicopters to low at least. Okay, there we go. I think we're happy. Save it. This is Lam Som number 2. Huge shout out to David for making these scenarios. Thanks for that. So yeah, those that are going to be wanting to build Korean War scenarios, you'll be able to do that come the January update because North Korea will be available. So that's pretty exciting news. Let's end the turn, see what happens. Oh, shit. And we lost a Loach already. Oh no, we lost a Huey. Damn. Now, since we have eyes back there, we should be able to see quite a bit of the movement. Oh, what? You know, I didn't even check the quality of these troops. I wonder how good they are. Ooh, we'll have to check our air support to see if we have B-52s. Oh, we lost one of our M41s. Gosh darn it. "24 airstrikes remaining. We have 3 out of 4 units that have recovered morale. 10 headquarters unable to provide supply, 4 artillery units unavailable, and 3 units low on ammo." No joy. A little bit of joy. took out a truck. That makes me feel good. And we took out one of the guns. Ah, we made it run away. Perfect. Okay. First things first, bring some happiness. Made them run away. Perfect. Do I have any other gunships? I do. So these are too low, too high, so I think it's 2 hexes. Yeah, it's 2 hexes where we're going to get the most bang for the buck. But since I'm flying low, it's going to be like 75% of that 63, so yeah. Perfect. Let's try our luck and do a massive assault into here and see how... Oh, look at that, they're low on ammo. No, that didn't go well. Oh, there's more bad guys in there. I'm going to try and flank this position here. Bring our Recordless rifles up just for some additional support. And then let's fire at these things. No effect. No effect. Oh, these are A-class parachutists. That's good. That means we get 3 shots. Ah, perfect. Can I squeeze into here? No. So then I'll push into here. We're going to try and clean these woods out so we can not worry about this. That's important. Let's bring our bridge engineers back. Our engineers will also bring back. Bridge engineers, I don't think we need, so we'll just leave them there. The machine guns we'll leave there as well. Let's go drop off the artillery that John wants. Let's do that right here. So we'll do this one at a time. Boom, boom. Unload. Take off. Get out of dodge. Then boom, boom, unload, take off. So I don't know if you guys have played the A Week in Bin Long scenario or even A Week in Mekong, but if you have construction engineers, so part of the missions for that is to build fire bases. That's one of the key things, is that every day you're going to be building fire bases, and that's particularly true for A Week in Bin Long. You're going out in the middle of nowhere, you're building a fire base, you're setting up artillery, you're setting up, you know, literally a fire base. So, one thing you can do to make a fire base by our standards is by, if you have a construction engineer or bulldozers, you can fly them into your area here, and you'll notice that all this has improved positions. Basically, anyone can build an improved position, but if you have construction engineers or bulldozers, you can put them into these hexes here that have the improved position and then upgrade them to trenches. So that gives you much better defense than just the regular improved positions, right? So you can do that now. It does take time. That's the only caveat. And sometimes it might take like 10 turns for your guys to build a trench, but it is something you can do during the course of the game. We're going to hit that. Now these loaches, we're going to... Oh, these are Kiowa. Let's bring them up here and do a scan. Let's do another scan. And we have enough to do another scan. Okay, so we do see there's a bunch of stuff down here. We will have to bombard that. We do see a supply cache, though. There is anti-aircraft. Let's pull this guy back. We did our scans. Now we did have another helicopter somewhere. So those are okay. Going to the hilltop, we're going to do some more scans just to make sure that maybe this firebase is clear. And if it is, we can just forget about it. So I'm going to leave that closer to the firebase. Our helicopters, we can't move any further. I will put them up into the high flight zone just to help protect them because they're Chinooks. They're very valuable. Okay, down here. I'm going to move forward. Spread some joy. So the first, notice I had all three selected, and the first one stopped after it managed to get some sort of result. I don't know what that result is, but in this case, same thing happened. So we have destroyed it by half, which is great. It's still 2 hexes away, so let's just keep at it. Now I won't be able to tell the strength points of it because it moved into some thicket terrain, so it's much harder to figure out what's going on. Let's unload these guys. Let's fire. Oh, that was good. Then let's advance with our infantry. Do some more firing. And bring up our tanks. Can our tanks see anything? Man, it's slow going. We can't, but we can't shoot at anything anyways. Oh! Crap. I even saw it there too. I was looking at it. Frickin' recoilless rifles. Oh. That's not good. Let's unload our guys. Now we can shoot with the tanks. There we go. Took out the recoilless rifles. Oh, perfect. Let's advance. Oh, I can't. There's a river there. Gosh darn it. Oh, man. Ambushed. RPG. Yeah, we lost the helicopter here, so there's bigger guns back here somewhere. Nice. Again, don't know what damage we did. But if they're out in the open, that gives us an opportunity to wipe them out. So we reduced that by 2. by another one. Oh, sugar. Oh, there we go. That's a big gun. We don't want to we don't want to get hit by that. Our Loach will leave there. We'll bring those helicopters around. Huh. That's going to be a tough nut to crack to get into that. Okay. Bring up our artillery. Sneaky buggers. Just gonna do a recon here to see if we can see anything. We also have our beautiful AC-130. Drop that down. There we go. Artillery. Boom, boom. Oh, why can't... Is that range too small? What? No. No indirect fire from... Oh, really? I'm a thicket, that's why. Oh, let's check our air support. Oh, we do have B-52s. Perfect. What else do we have? Sky Raiders with rockets. We have F-4 Phantoms with bombs. And we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 B-52s. I'm going to save the B-52s for later, when we need them. I don't think we need them quite yet. Although this is a good target area here, right? Alright. What do we got? We have our Loaches. Let's do some reconnaissance. Oh, you son of a... There we go. We spotted them. Sappers. Hey! Good day. Good to see you. I hope you're doing well. Yes, this is a Lam Som number 2. So there's a series of Lam Som 719 scenarios that this obviously takes place in 1971. This is the ARVN incursion into Laos, and it is a fairly significant scenario. So far, it's pretty fun. I'll turn on the map label so you can see where the border is. You can see here's Vietnam, here's Khe Sanh over here. The border is in here, and we have crossed. We are advancing into the Laotian hinterlands, trying to defeat some NVA, or, yeah, the botched ARVN offensive. Yep, that's correct. That's the one. So basically what I'm doing here is I'm playtesting this particular scenario. It was done by David Galster in order to prepare for scripting it, to make it a fun scenario to play. And so far, with our reconnaissance helicopters and our helicopters, we can see quite a bit, which is kind of fun. I need some better guns, though. Will these reach? Oh, they will. Perfect. We are trying to advance with our ARVN armored column, but we only have M41 Bulldogs, so they're not the best, and there seems to be quite a bit of ARVN troops here, so I'm trying to slowly flank them, but our gunships here is helping on the flank to pick out the reinforcements as they come in, which is kind of nice and handy. So, I think that's all we can do. That's nothing we can do. Oh, I have another battery. Let's bring the battery down here. Oh no! Ah, crap. SA-7. Frick. Gosh darn it. We lost a Chinook, and we lost a howitzer. That's annoying. Alright, let's not do that then. Gosh darn it. SA-7 took out a helicopter. That hurts my feeling. We do have some batteries over here, and we're going to use them. Those are 105s. They're too small, but they are good for over here. And here we have some 4.2-inch mortars. And just so you know, these are the new graphics that will be available in the coming update in January. Just FYI. Let's save that. End the turn, see what happens. Those 37mm guns are just the worst. We got lucky though. Too far away. This one already lost a helicopter. So here we're using pink teams, loaches, and gunships. Oh no, don't die. Don't die. Oh, that's good. Next turn, or this turn coming, I will... Oh, I forgot to move this guy. Crap. lost them again. Shoot. Ah, there we go. Well, at least it's historical. That's terrible. I didn't see these guys. That's not good. Ranger south. Excellent. No hits, though. Oh, made him run away. Perfect. The sappers are hitting our flank. Ooh, what's that? RPG team. No losses. Darn it. Map looks nice. It would make sense to have it a tad more dark green to reflect jungle and rice paddies, etc. Yeah, it's a work in progress for sure. One thing that people had been complaining about with the other graphics is that with all, for example, all the American units being green, it was very hard to pick out the infantry and stuff. So we were trying to subdue the background so you can see the units better. That was the idea anyways. There aren't too many rice paddies in this sector, but we'll see if we can find some so you can take a look at when it's finished. Are there any? Yeah, we're in the far north here, so there's not too many rice paddies. This is all mostly just open terrain with some thickets inside of it, but here, this is all jungle. That's jungle, this is open. These are thickets. Uh-oh. Anti-aircraft guns. Didn't see that coming. We have our AC-130, though. Nice! Took it out. Ah, we took a loss. "24 airstrikes remaining. We have 1 out of 6 units that have recovered morale. We have 4 headquarters unable to provide supply, 2 artillery units unavailable, 11 units low on ammo." We missed. We lost line of sight to it. I don't think we're going to get that gun. Oh, that was a good hit. That was all reduced by 1, each of them. No joy. Sapper got reduced. Okay, so let us, I'm going to call in a B-52 strike right there, just so you guys can see what it looks like. Bada boom. And that'll be hopefully next turn. Otherwise, let's bring in our AC-130. How do we attack with this? Up close and personal. Oh, there we go. Doing some damage. Let's pull back so we don't get shot down. Oh no! Damn it, didn't see them. Everyone got disrupted. Run away! And now I can't move. And I can't... Oh, man. Let's do our reconnaissance. See what else is over here. Okay. Let's see. Is there anything back here? Okay, let's bring in our gunships. Perfect. Oh, eliminated. That doesn't make me sad. Nice. Now we can't tell what their strength is because they're in thickets, but we can assume that they're getting reduced significantly. Let's do a quick scan, see what's up here. Nothing more than we haven't already seen. Let's pull them back. Now I know there's stuff back here. Let's do a scan over here. Oh no! Shoot, we lost one. And disrupted. Runaway. Go to the hilltop anyways. That's crappy. Alright, here we move our Chinooks back to this base, grab some engineers. And we can drop down. Let's turn off labels. So here we'll be able to drop down. Next turn, pick up the engineers. Also get refueled, which is important. Since we're here, let's deal with this. Our engineer trucks and stuff, we need to get the heck out of the way. So we did reduce that by 1. Let's hit the sappers. Don't know what we did. Let's see if we can assault this. Nope. So I do see we're being flanked here, over here. That's not good. I do have some engineers here, though. Oh, we have dozers. So, I will show you how the dozers work. Once I pick it up with some Chinooks. So we'll probably do another run. We'll move those engineers up north. Let's see what else is here. Fly over to this hilltop. Do a scan. Oh, they popped up. So they're flanking our position here. That's not good. I'm going to try and leave my helicopters at that hilltop so we can see all this. We should be able to see all that. Yeah, we can see all this. We'll be able to see all the movement, assuming we don't get shot down. That's the idea. Alright, on the ground. Eliminated. Perfect. No joy. Let's take our infantry, advance to this bridge. man, everything is disrupted. Nope, can't fire. ARVs, that's not useful. We'll hit those. Let's see, can I take that out? Yes. And let's... let's advance. Hopefully the B-52 does their thing. Okay, that takes care of that. Let's zoom out. That's fine. We're advancing here slowly. This Chinook, we're gonna... The major aim for this particular scenario is... I'll show you. There's two objectives. There's here, down here. There's a hilltop that we need to capture. There is also objectives down the road that we need to capture. And we need to hold on to our existing fire bases. And it looks like we're being attacked at two of them. We need to defend them. So there's quite a bit going on here. Plus, this main one is being attacked by a small NVA force as well. These are B-class Rangers, so they're not the best, but they're not terrible. But they can't seem to hit the broadside of a barn. We do have gunships and stuff coming in the coming turns, which will hopefully help out with these type of situations. We'll see how that goes, though. Do I have any mortars? 81s. And 60s. Alright, let's leave it like that. And we'll save it. And the turn. I think we're far enough away we shouldn't get shot down with our loaches. Yeah, exactly. And that's why I like the Vietnam scenarios, is because you're usually built on a larger map where you have your fire support bases and things like that included on the map. They may not participate except for providing the gun support, but you just never know what else is going to happen, right? Your fire base could get attacked. But generally speaking, on these larger missions, you have a lot to think about, and even helicopter operations by themselves, you have to worry about fuel, you have to worry about your ammo. There's a lot of things that you have to worry about. Or at least not, maybe not worry about it, but at least be cognizant of it. And this one here isn't scripted yet, so it doesn't have a lot of the flavor that comes with the scripted scenario. Jeez, RPG sitting right there, didn't even see it. There's an RPG here, we can't see it. At least they're picking on the empty ones, not the full ones. These are our engineers, and they got all disrupted. That wasn't good. Still disrupted. Fire back. RPG team plus a platoon. Coreless rifle. Oh, there we go. Made it retreat at least. That looks like an artillery battery back there, so we want to go hunt that down. Mortars. So that looks like regular NGA platoons, and that looks like a reconnaissance platoon. This is what's going on here? So here we see things moving, so it's firing, but it didn't identify what it's firing at. Recoilless rifle took it out. Perfect. Ooh, that has taken a lot of damage already, so that's encouraging. Oh, there's more coming. Holy crap. This is where our B-52 strike is going to come in. Now we're out of range, so that's good. There, eliminated the mortar. Perfect. Anti-aircraft guns. We have 23 airstrikes remaining. We have 2 units that are recovered morale out of 10, which isn't good. 6 headquarters unable to provide supply. 3 artillery units unavailable, and 10 units low on ammo. Aha! Here comes our airstrike. B-52s. Of course, they completely annihilated the target hex. Awesome. No joy. We did do a reduction on that middle platoon. Okay, since we're here, let's deal with this. Whew, got lucky. We didn't do as much damage as I hoped. Trying to take out the machine guns, or the mortars that are here, but nope, did not succeed. Those we at least caused a reduction. And nope, just retreated. So I'll save the rest of the opportunity fire for the units that get it a little bit closer. Otherwise, let's pound the front line here. Nope, that's it. Let's do a flight up here. Whoa. Let's do a recon. Oh, there's still a bunch of stuff there, eh? Let's do another recon. Oh yeah, there's a whole bunch of stuff there. Run away! What do we have? Some mortars, machine guns, infantry, recoilless rifles. So it's probably a battalion that's attacking that. Let's get out of here. Ah, crap. Oh no. Hopefully that's far enough so that we don't get shot down. Let's get a little closer, do some more reconnaissance. Oh yeah, holy. Do another one. Oh yeah, okay, let's go back up to the hilltop. I think they're going to move north. That's that. Down south, yeah, our Loach here, he's not happy. He has to recover. Oh, eliminated. Oh no! Missile. Missed. See how far down is that being reduced now? So it's down to one squad. Let's fly over here and see if we can get rid of it. Yes, perfect. And I do have one shot left. See if we can take out the SA-7 launchers, which we did not. We don't know, but we do have more gunships. Let's bring some of them up. Oh, no. Gosh darn it. There we go. Perfect. I'm gonna bring back my helicopters because I don't remember where the missiles are. There we go. Where do we want to go? There's a bridge crossing here. There's a ford there. Get close. Bring in our AC-130. Oh, joy. Can I unload these guys now? Ah, we lost an APC. Gosh darn it. But we have a Vulcan. Let's bring it up close and personal if we live. Ah, we lost one. Sugar. Ah, crappy. Ooh, we got lucky. Let's hit the RPG first, because that's the biggest threat. Try that again. These are disrupted, so I'm not expecting any miracles by any means. So these are amphibious, so we can just cross this river. Oh, why can't we cross there? Oh, it's a ford. Gosh darn it. Yeah, we need to fix those. M106s, let's bombard that. We should be able to hit that and that. So that takes care of our advance there. Let's see what we have here. Here we have a problem. Ooh, that solves that part. Perfect. Okay, what can these guys see? Oh, the sappers. Now, I don't know if you noticed, but we did spot some guys coming back this way, so I do have to be cautious about my flank here. Let's deal with this flank first. There, we got rid of the gun. Let's create an ambush here. I do have engineers. And let's move our dozers slowly but surely towards the Chinooks. And land, load up our engineers, and wait for a turn to get refueled. And then we'll send them north to help out with the defense of maybe that fire base that's under attack right now. Let's do a quick scan with our loaches. So doing reconnaissance in jungle, it is very difficult, obviously, so I'm not counting. One way to get a better reading is by dropping down to nap of the earth, so let's try that. But the problem with that, you might get shot down. So I'm going to drop down, do a scan. Oh, there we go, I found something, just like that. And then it costs about 29 to do a scan. So I'm going to move over. Whoa, so we're flying low enough that we spotted that directly, which is good. Let's do one more move and then do a scan again. So I didn't spot anything. I will move up to nap of the earth, or sorry, to low. And then I don't have enough to move anywhere, unfortunately, but we did spot some more troops coming. That's good to know. Let's go hunt that down, whatever that is. I don't even know what that is. What's this? Oh, that's anti-aircraft. That's a recoilless rifle. Let's hit the recoilless rifle first. Perfect. Let's assault the anti-aircraft gun. We did cause damage, but we didn't take it out. Let's try it with the other platoon. There we go. Overran that. Hallelujah. I do have some more gunships. Let's fire at these guys. So for those that aren't familiar with how the helicopter mechanics work, this here is telling me that it's flying in the low flight zone right now. There are 4 flight zones. There's ground, which means you're landed. There's nap of the earth, which means you're flying nap of the earth, like treetop level or rooftop level. Low means you're flying higher than that, and high, which means you're flying quite high. Each of the zones have different risks for anti-aircraft, as well as the higher you're flying, the further you can fly. So if you're flying in high, it only costs you 1 action point to move 1 hex. If you're flying in low, it costs you 2. If you're flying in nap of the earth, it costs you 3. Night does not affect high and low, although flying nap of the earth during night time, it's 5, I believe, to 5 action points per hex to fly, because you have to be more cautious because you're flying closer to the ground, blah blah blah. Gonna pull these helicopters back. What can they see? Perfect. So that's a regular NVA platoon that we just made run away. Do I have... Oh, I do. Oops. I just accidentally double-timed that guy for no apparent reason. Do I have anything useful back here? Not really. Okay, that's that. These helicopters, I guess we don't really need them right now. I'm going to take these helicopters back here, bring them back, bring them down, and land them just to get refueled. They're not participating at this particular point, so there's no sense them being in the air, and it's just one more thing that I have to worry about that I don't need to. We still have to figure out what we're going to do for this operation down here. I'm waiting for the reinforcements to come, and that'll be mostly their mission. Up here, I think we're okay. They haven't decided to come attack us yet. I do need to move headquarters. Oh, that's a 3rd Airborne Brigade. There's an Airborne Battalion headquarters. So now I can utilize this as a refueling point, which is what I will do for the light helicopters. Let's find another headquarters. There it is, Ranger Battalion. We'll put that up on the landing zone. That way, if I do have an emergency where I need to land a helicopter, I can do that. I see there's recon teams around our fire base here. I'll just leave all my opportunity fire ready to engage. Okay. I think that's all I can do for this turn. We need to push harder because we only have 15 turns, and man, it's slow going through here. Hopefully we'll be able to use these helicopters to clean up some of this mess in order to really push through with our tanks and infantry. Oh, it's so slow. Alright, bada boom. Save that, end it, see what happens. Ooh, they're hitting our jeeps. Oh, that's nice of them to smoke us. Ah! Fire truck. We lost our frickin' loach. That sucks. Oh, we killed that. That's good. Yeah, RPG sitting there, can't see it. Uh-oh, that's not a good start. So that's an RPG team plus a rifle platoon. That's a rifle platoon. Ah, sneaky buggers. That's our recoilless rifle firing and missing. That's a reconnaissance platoon. You can usually identify the reconnaissance platoons because they only have 3 figures to them, whereas most of the NVA platoons have 4. So that's a regular NVA because it has 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, that's a full-strength platoon. So again, we identified something moved in there, so it shot, but now we can see what it is because it's out in the open. Didn't do any damage though, because it's still 6 strength points. Same thing. Identified something moving in there, just couldn't tell what it was, but shot at it anyways. There is a reduction in the attack value when you're firing like that, firing blindly, so basically. As things fire and move, we can start to see the enemy much better when we do an LOS check. Reinforcements have arrived. We have 23 airstrikes remaining. We have 9 out of 15 units that have recovered morale. We have 7 headquarters unable to provide supply. We have 6 artillery units unavailable and 16 units low on ammo. Causing some damage, which is good. There, that took a double hit, so that's probably right for hitting. Another double hit. We'll assault that. Okay. While I'm thinking about it, the first thing that we want to do is this is a really good opportunity to utilize a B-52 strike, so that's what we're going to do. That's a good target hex. Obviously, many of these platoons are probably going to move, but the ones that are going to be stationed there to provide fire support, we might wipe them out, so I definitely want to do that. I am overstacked in this hex, but I do have the improved position bonus. So we did reduce that. Hopefully that's enough to cause it to think twice. And what I'm going to do up here is take one of these two, and we're going to block off that just to make sure that it's safe. Here we can fire at that blasted RPG platoon. We got reduced and disrupted. Crap, eh? The RPG platoon is still there and I can't see it. Alright, that's that. I'm gonna bring my Loach in and drop it down, get refueled before some bad things happen. I'm going to do the same here. Drop it down, get refueled. Hopefully these guys don't attack anytime soon. Okay, here. Now, here, this guy got hit twice. Let's try an assault. We didn't get as lucky as I hoped. The recon teams, they're rough. So we did see that guy run away. Is there, and we eliminated them. Thank you, AC-130s. HQ functions, they don't add efficiency to indirect fire, air, or increase morale. No, that's not their role. Their role is to provide supply. So, or conserving ammo kind of a thing. Hey, John, I'm gonna try. That's the plan. So, for example, if we find a headquarters, there's a headquarters here, and we select the headquarter range, you will see a number of numbers popping up. And so this here is the 50% range, where when an ammo or the subordinate units for that particular battalion, which are all these here, you can see, if they are firing or engaged in combat, they will perform an a conserving ammo check next turn, at the beginning of the next turn, to see if they maintain their ammo levels. If you are below ammo levels, then you are attacking at usually a reduced strength point. So your firepower will be the same, but the average for the amount of the strength point, so it'd be, for example, we'll just say half. So if you have a 6 strength platoon firing at 10, it'll be reduced to a 3 strength platoon, because you're conserving ammo, basically, is what's going on, which reduces your effectiveness. So obviously you want to keep things in ammo, in conserving, make sure that you have ammo for that. There are various levels of headquarters, and they are going to check basically if the battalion headquarters is out of ammo, then your unit will try the regimental headquarters or division headquarters, and just to see if there's a connection there. But if they don't have a connection, then they will go in conserving ammo status, which reduces their effectiveness for both defending and attacking. Obviously, you want to have, if we find a brigade headquarter somewhere, you'll see that that radius is much, much larger. So those are all battalion. We did see a brigade somewhere. Where was it? Hang on. I'm going to find it just so you can see the difference. Airborne Brigade Headquarters. Okay, there's the headquarters. So this brigade is in command of all these battalions, these ARVN battalions. Or sorry, this one here. This one and this one. Which means these ones here are going to suffer from... These ones here are going to be far more efficient to be resupplied by the brigade headquarters because they're within the 50%. They're like right there, right? They're within 20% of getting resupplied. These ones here, there's a much slimmer chance of them getting resupplied. In particular, the battalion headquarters, because it is so far away. But this is the nature of the operations when you're fighting in the middle of nowhere, right? It is harder to get supply out there in the middle of nowhere. Now, there are a few things to keep in mind why that's important. One, for most scripted scenarios, unlike this one, the ammo level here and arty ammo level is the base supply, and those will fluctuate. Those will help everyone get and maintain supply. But if you're playing a larger scenario, like this one isn't a really large or long scenario, but longer scenarios, those values are being reduced every turn, which makes your headquarters far more important. Additionally, in those longer and larger scenarios, you will have the opportunity for resupply, which means that the way that I have it scripted, for example, in a week in bin long, you get division level supply that you have to take out to your brigades, and then your brigades have to take out that supply via a truck to the battalions in the field. When you do that, you gain additional ammo levels for, making sure that everyone is maintaining supply. Of course, the caveat to that is that if you lose a supply truck on the way there, then you will lose ammo level, artillery ammo level, you'll lose smoke, and you'll lose flares, just because you lost the supply truck. So yeah, it's a simple system, but it can be very complex if you want to make it so. And I like the logistical elements for Vietnam. It hasn't been implemented. It is implemented in Middle East, but we don't have scenarios where that's a big thing yet because I haven't scripted them. So yeah, this one here isn't scripted yet, so it doesn't really matter. But when I script it, I will be having supply missions, especially for, this particular fire base here. It's being attacked. It's going to burn through a lot of ammo. So one thing that I'll do is that if your fire base is being attacked, and say it's being attacked for like 5 turns, I'm going to make you use one of your Chinooks or something to fly supplies to that base, and then that will impact this number here, right? So a lot of little things like that to help, bring the immersion level to the next level. I don't know. I don't know. What do you think? Am I crazy? Could be that I'm crazy. Let's load up these parachutists. Load up these ones. I try, John. I try. You know me, I like making things a lot fun and complicated. Oh, freaking. I can't cross that because they're disrupted. Let's bring our gunships over here. I'm gonna get shot at now. Oh, that made me happy. Exactly, which is precisely what I do, von Schweinhund. I absolutely have. So one thing that I've done, for example, in the Weekend Bin Long, which is a huge scenario, during the nights, the VC will go out and lay mines on routes that you've already cleared. For that very reason. Or I have ambushes set in based on a die roll in different areas where sometimes they'll happen, sometimes they won't. You just never know what's going to happen, right? So I like making the experience terrifying but fun at the same time, because I'm sick and twisted like that. But yeah, there's so many things that you can do with scripting that I really love. Throwing little loopholes, or not loopholes, little twists and wrenches and all that fun stuff to make your experience a lot more interesting. So, look at that, we've totally decimated that thing. Can we eliminate it? Let's try. Oh, shoot, not us, don't eliminate us. Crap. Now I know there's a 37mm gun somewhere up here, so I want to make sure that our helicopters are kind of safe. Seriously? Oh. Okay, so I need to pull them back. Those 30, yeah, they are brutal. I've already lost. How many helicopters have we lost so far? Let's take a look. Helicopters. I have 24 on the map. Full strength is 64. I've lost 5, which is 70%. Or 7%, sorry. 8% of my VP loss, yeah. So, one other thing is that when I'm scripting scenarios, I will give an additional bonus, usually to the VC and NBA, for taking out a helicopter. Right now, most helicopters are worth 10. But I usually, depending on the scenario, for example, if it's the Civil War period up to 1965, I would usually give you a huge bonus, like 25 victory point bonus for each strength point for destroying an American helicopter, because they weren't involved, quote unquote, in the war yet, right? Keeps things interesting. So the NBA would get an additional bonus for any of the helicopters that I would take out. Oh, let's take a look at our status. How are we doing? So we are suffering a major defeat, which makes sense because we haven't taken anything yet. We haven't taken any of the objectives yet. But we're not far away. We have 500 points there. We have 10 turns to do it. We have to hang on to these points, which we're doing okay. We have a B-52 strike coming next turn. And we do have these down here, these points in this hill, wherever the hell the hill went. Where is it? Here it is. To take out. So that's an extra 200 points if we can secure that. So let's bring in the reinforcements for that mission. All reinforcements, just as an FYI, do come with 0 action points because of scripting, for when the scripting is there. Otherwise, the first turn, the units do whatever they feel like doing, and we don't want that to happen. We want to maintain the structure. That's why they come in with 0, just FYI. Alright, let's let's deal with this. And we're good. Yeah, we're not doing any damage there. Soften up this. And then we'll assault it with our engineers. Or try to. They're in a village now, so it might be more difficult. Oh no! There we go. That made me happy. Here, we can see these guys. So they are in a thicket. I don't know what their strength is. Here you can see our Chinooks have now been refueled. I'm going to take off, move one hex, and then put them into the high flight zone. Again, that costs 20 points to do that. And then we're going to start sending them north. I think I'm going to send them all the way up here to help with the defense of this. But I think the B-52 strike will be enough to help out there, I think. Ah, we're out of ammo. Crap. They can't see because there's a hill there. I'm going to overrun that. Advance this way. What's that? That's a full strength platoon. So these are A-class units, so they can fire 3 times, but they're still ARVN troops, so they're not as good as, for example, Americans would be. Alright, there we go. I think that's all I'm going to do. The only thing extra I'm going to do before we watch the B-52 come in, hopefully, is hit that artillery. The rest of it we'll just let be what is be. We're almost done. So let's end the turn, watch the B-52s. Hopefully they come in. And then we'll call it there for a day. Does the player get an overall strength indication of the VC NVA units in different areas at the start, or he has to figure that out piecemeal? Usually there's a briefing. There's a briefing at the beginning of the scenario that gives you an idea of the size of unit that you're going to be fighting. But that might or might not be wrong, depending on how mean I'm feeling in my scenario description. In some cases, you'll find out that the initial plans weren't what was expected, which is normal. That's what happens in war, right? But typically, you'll get, in the briefing, you'll get you're supposed to go in to clear this area, and the VC 1st Regiment is expected to be in this area. Or there's a VC battalion known to be operating in this area. So then you'll go in, you'll do your mission, and then you'll find out if it's accurate or not. Yeah, we're taking more losses, gosh darn it. Are the worst. Don't count on Jason giving you too much detailed information or what you're up against. Are you trying to say that I'm mean, John? I mean, I am, but really. Keeps you on your toes. It keeps you on your toes. For the Vietnam game, it is important, especially for the scripted scenarios, to read the description and read the report that starts off with the scenario, because it tells you and gives you hints about how you're supposed to win. There's many ways of accomplishing the mission, and that's totally up to you. But there's still a mission that needs to be done. And if you want to win, you have to make sure you're doing those missions. Sometimes don't get hyper focused on the objectives, because sometimes it's not about the objectives. The objectives are there as a distraction, because I am just mean. Bin Long is a good example of that. You can play through that whole scenario and just do the objectives, but then you're missing the point of the scenario, and you'll feel that on day 7. Absolutely, you'll feel that on day 7. Something new that is going to be implemented for the updates in January for both Middle East and Vietnam is an order screen, where every once in a while... Yeah, Operation Starlight is another good example of that. Yeah, you're right, John. So this order screen will allow you to pick certain things, or it'll be asking you a question. You know, for example, there's an opportunity to have reinforcements. Do you want reinforcements? And if so, what kind of reinforcements do you want? Do you want to have an infantry battalion? Do you want to have a tank battalion? Do you want to have gunships or whatever, right? Or do you want to have... We noticed that your supply situation is getting pretty low. Do you want to have some extra supply? If so, it might cost you 1,000 event points. So there's going to be decisions that are going to be having to be made as you're playing some of the scenarios. I have to implement that in the old ones, but at least I know that it's there. And there's so many different things that you can do with that, which is really exciting. I'm kind of stoked about it, because that just lets my imagination go wild, right? Of the opportunities and potential of those type of ideas, what you can do with that. I think it's crazy exciting. So this fire base here is actually in Vietnam. Khe Sanh is to the northeast over here. I don't think we have to worry about being attacked, though, too badly. So Operation Starlight is a good example of having helicopter operations, plus a landing operation with Marines and things like that. It's a great little scenario. It seems like it's... Oh, what the heck? Spotted something, but we don't know what it is. That'll be probably one of the scenarios, including a weekend series, where I implement the new features to start with, and then I'll go back to other scenarios and add them later on. They're getting closer. Operation Starlight is a good scenario to play after you've done the boot camps, which I highly recommend. Always play the boot camps, because they teach you the mechanics of the game, and they are different from the other campaign series games, so it's very important to play them. One thing... Just trying to think. It seems like it's a big scenario, but it's really not. You're basically operating just a couple of battalions with missions that need to be followed. So yeah, consider that when you're playing it. It's not that complicated. It's just it is hard to play, but it's fun to play, I think. 22 airstrikes remaining. We have 3 out of 8 units that have recovered morale. We have 4 headquarters unable to provide supply, and we have 4 artillery units unavailable. 10 units low on ammo. Okay, let's see how this does. We have our B-52 coming in. So it destroyed most everything. One thing got lucky and retreated. So what happens, just so you know how this works, when a B-52 strike hits, we'll pretend this is a B-52 strike, it'll hit this hex with 100% of its attack value, and then all the surrounding hexes, it hits with a randomized number above 50% on everything on the other hexes. So it can be very, very powerful. Especially when units are out in the open like they were at that firebase. You're absolutely right, John. Took me a long time to figure out Operation Starlight. That clearing Hill 43 was paramount before doing anything else. Yes, absolutely. And the trick to Starlight, just if you're paying attention, occupy the village complexes in total. So you'll see on the map when you turn the labels on that there's going to be, as just a random name, Vang Tung 1, Vang Tung 2, Vang Tung 3. Make sure that you're securing all of those village complexes, because then that's where you start getting the bonus event points. That's where you may be getting your reinforcements, etc., etc. Make sure that if you're going to attack one, make sure you attack the other ones as well. To make sure that you own them all. Alright, so that is basically the end of the session. We are going to save it there and continue this next Sunday. Yeah, thanks for tuning in. Really appreciate it. Thanks for the great discussion. That was fantastic. I really enjoyed the interaction back and forth, so thanks for that. And again, always happy to answer questions and comments. If you're watching this on YouTube later, you can ask them down below. I do answer all the questions and comments. Or if you have any more detailed questions and comments, there is a Discord link in the description on the YouTube channel. Give it a whirl. Hey, you're welcome, Stipe. Always happy to help for sure. I do stream twice a week, once at 6 p.m. Pacific on Wednesday, and obviously at 10 a.m. on Sunday Pacific as well. Stay tuned for January. We have the 1.4 for Vietnam and the 2.4 for Middle East updates coming out. I'm not sure when in January, but January is the plan. As you see, or have heard, we are getting close to, getting things done, which is kind of nice. There's so many good things coming up. I'm very excited to share that with you. Yeah, so thanks again for tuning in. Hope you have a fantastic rest of your weekend. And on that note, take care, smile always, and talk to you soon.